Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another Solo Sunday. Today we're going to be doing a solo playthrough of Astro. This is a game that I'm very excited about, and I'm excited that we can actually do a playthrough of it. So if you don't know, Astro is a deck building game. It's actually basically a re-implemented version of Aeon's End, except it's a different theme, it's sci-fi. So it's a cooperative game. You work as a team to try to beat a bad guy. Sounds very familiar. You use money cards and you use attack cards and so on and so forth. The main kind of gimmick to this game, though, is that you don't shuffle your deck at all. So the cards, the way you play them, are the way they're going to go in your deck, and there's some strategy behind putting those cards back in a certain order. So it'll become much more clear as we go. So we're going against Furion. He's like kind of the easy boss. On the back shows his attack setup, so he's 60 health. And then we're going to shuffle all the artillery cards face down to to form an artillery deck, which is this, and place it to the right of the boss mat as the boss side deck, and then flip the mat over and put the tracker on 0. So we've got this tracker here. He's got some special rules here. So at the end of the boss turn, if the artillery track is 3 or higher, we're going to do this sequence. We'll draw and resolve the top card of the artillery deck, then place it into a discard pile. We're going to decrease the artillery track by 3, and then we're going to repeat that process until there's less than 3 on the artillery track, and the artillery track can never exceed 9. And then also when a player is exhausted, we're going to increase the artillery track by 3. Now, his deck is only 2 cards right now. The rest of the cards are here because depending on player count, you create the deck. So the cards either say all, 2+, 3+, or 4. So for all, for solo, it's just all. So once this deck runs out, he'll level up, and then we'll shuffle the discard pile and these cards in to form him for level 2. We'll do that again whenever we run out to level 3, and if we don't defeat him by the end of that, if we get all the way after he's level 3 all the way to the end of his deck and he's not defeated, we'll lose the game. The other way we lose the game is if the home world, this is our home world here, its health goes to 0. Now this home world is going to be New Atlantis, and the main thing here is that its ability is that when it's powered up all the way, we can activate on our main phase. We'll be able to return 2 cards from our discard pile to our hand. So we've got that over here. This playmat does have spots for the dials and for the homeworld, but they're up high, and I wanted to make sure everybody can see everything. So we are zoomed out quite a bit, but I want to make sure you guys can see everything. The hero that we're using, the astronaut, is Lilith. She's got 4 arms. Her ability... So there's these tracks here. This is a health track. These are our slots. The slots are how many weapons we can hold each turn. So we start off by 1, but we can power that all the way up to 3. Then we have our power slot here. Once this is powered all the way up, we can use these up to do this ability. This ability is activated during the main phase. It overcharge attack, then reveal the turn order deck, and return those cards in any order. I'll explain that stuff in a moment. And then on the back, it gives kind of some story behind her character, but that's fine. We care about the starting hand. So our starting hand, this is her starting deck here, and the starting hand is going to require 3 power cores, her special card, which is Replicatrix, I don't know how to say it, and then a blaster, and then that's our starting hand, and then our starting deck is going to be 4 power cores and a blaster. The blaster is your basic attack card, deal 1 damage. Your power core is your basic money card, gain 1 money. And then this is her special card, which is gain a money or return a tech from your discard pile to your hand. Now, let's go ahead and flip this over here, and we'll put everything here. So we have 1 slot, we have nothing in our power, and we have 10 health. These piles here are the market. These 2 are money cards. This is like cheaper money, this is more expensive money, so this gives you more. This gives you less, but it's more affordable. These give you more, but it's more expensive. Also comes with other things. These 3 orange ones are the attack cards. So cheapest, middle, most expensive. Obviously least amount of damage to most damage, basically. And then these are tech cards. Tech cards, you can buy them like any other thing. They do abilities. But the other thing is you can overcharge them. And overcharging them means you pay what they cost, do the effect, and then return to the bottom of the deck. So you can just use them without having to add them to your deck. That's kind of her gimmick. She can use these with her power up. So just like any other deck builder, as you buy cards, they go in your discard pile, use them later. The other main thing with this too is that because the deck doesn't get shuffled, the turn order is what is random. So right here we've got these 5 cards, 2 boss cards, and then 3 player 1 cards. And so we're going to shuffle this deck up. Every turn we're going to reveal it, and that's going to dictate who goes. So we could go 3 times in a row, the boss could go 2 times in a row, we could go once, they could go, then we go 2 times, and they go. So that's kind of the random element, if you will. So we've got that. And I think that pretty much sets us up. So let's go ahead and just get started here. The other thing too is that for attacking, you have to equip the weapon, and then you have to wait a turn, and then at the beginning of your next turn is when you use that weapon. So unlike Legendary, for instance, you don't attack immediately. You have to set it up and then keep going and then go. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it here. We're gonna flip this over, and it's gonna be our turn. So we'll get to go first. We're gonna equip this blaster. Again, we don't spend it yet, and we've got 4 money here. Now we can spend 3 to increase our slots. We can spend 2 to increase to power up there. But I think with our money, I want to get some stuff here. So let's get Hyperion Anomaly. So actually, I'm not going to spend all my money. I'm just going to spend 3. So we're getting that. It's going to gain 2 money. But then if our slots are maxed out, we gain 3 money instead. That'll go in our discard pile. I'm going to hold on to that card. We're going to discard these 3. And I can choose to discard this, but I'm not going to. And then we're going to draw up to that. Okay. Play the next card here. And it's our turn again. So we're going to spend our 1 attack. Do a damage to Furion. Now we have a bunch of money. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 money. Let's get Fatal Grenade, or Fractal Grenade, sorry. So when we attack, it'll deal 2 damage. Then we'll do 2 damage to a minion. Effects that modify damage affect both instances of damage this weapon deals. So something will increase the damage of the weapon. This will do it for both parts. So we'll see what minions look like in a moment. Let's put this back this way and this. All right. Now we're going to start it back over. Let's see what happens. Boss turn. So the boss is going to go. Normally when the boss starts, there would be like an activate effect or effect of a minion that would activate. There isn't any. So then we're going to go and draw a card from his deck. And this one's going to be Titaned Land Rover. It's 4 health. When the Titan Land Rover is destroyed or defeated, destroy it. So usually we'll go to the discard pile, but in this case it gets removed from the deck. So whenever he comes up, and like this won't come up in a subsequent round when the deck's shuffled. And then on the activate ability, any player suffers 2 damage. And I have 10 health, so that's a lot. So that's going to be the end of that. We're going to flip over the next card here. Boss turn again. So in this case, we'll activate. He has no activate effect, but he does, which is going to be any player suffers 2 damage. Then we're going to draw his other card, which is going to be Unrelenting Onslaught. The homeworld suffers 3 damage, and we increase the artillery track by 1. So that's going to be discarded. This is going to go down by 3, and his artillery track go up by 1. And there's that. So that's the end of that turn. So we're going to do our turn here. So let's see. I've got my weapon I can equip, and then got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 money. I think I'm going to get Particle Cannon for 5. So this does 4 damage, and we can destroy a card in our hand. Alright, that's that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we'll shuffle this up. So ideally, I'd like to get rid of this Titan Land Rover sooner than later, but we'll see how it works out. It might not really work out. Okay. Our turn. So I will spend the 1 damage to knock him down to 3. Ooh, okay. So I'm going to spend, I have 3 money. We're going to increase our slots to go up to this, and then we can equip 2 weapons. And then we're going to end the turn. I'm hoping if we get our turn again, we can kill the minion. Oh, boss turn. Darn it. Okay, so the boss turn happens. We're going to take 2 damage. Then he can't draw, so we're going to level him up. So when we level him up, minions gain 4 health. And then on activate, he'll increase the artillery track by 1. And I believe... yeah. So we've got his new deck here, and then we're going to draw a new card from that deck. So he'll go up to 7 actually now. This is a strike. It's Therminian Barricade. Increase the artillery track by 1. Any player suffers damage equal to the current value of the artillery track. If Furion's level 2, destroy this card. So I'm going to take 2 damage, and then this gets destroyed. So it's out of the game. All right. Which is, again, this is not the most ideal, but, you know, well, it is what it is. Boss turn again. Oh my goodness. So this is going to go up by 1, and we're going to take 2 damage again. I don't know. I don't think I mentioned it, but if we get exhausted in multiplayer, every player, if they all get exhausted, the game's over. But in single player, it doesn't happen. However, if we are attacked, then it hits the home world instead, and it hits for double damage. So we still don't want to die. So that increased by 1. We took our 2 damage. We'll play a card from here. And it's going to be Unrelenting Onslaught. The homeworld suffers 3 damage. And increase the artillery track by 1. So there's that. So now, because at the end of his turn, we've got the artillery track past 3, we're going to decrease it by 3 and play this. Pinpoint Torpedo. The player with the most slots suffers 2 damage, which is me. So I'm going to suffer 2 damage. And now that I've become exhausted, we're going to increase this by 3. And I think we'll do this again. So we'll decrease by 3 and play another card here. And then we're going to take the same damage. We're going to take 2 damage. But since we're at 0 health, the home world is going to take 4 damage. Okay. So now we should have the rest of it before we shuffle. So here, I am going to spend this and spend the 3 damage and then 2 damage to hit him and knock him down to... Well, let's see. What do I have in my hand? 1 health. Oh, actually, hold on. He was at 7. I'll deal the 3 damage to him. The 2 damage here and the 1 damage here, and deal 3 to him. He was at 7, so he's at 4 now. Okay. These get discarded. Alright, so first off, we're going to play this. So we'll have 4 for him next round, because we're going to be able to... We won't take damage next round, because the next card's that. So then, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Let's use it to get... We'll get this Solaris Cell. When we buy it, the home roll will power up, and then when we play it, we get 2 money. So that'll power up. And then we have 3 money left. Let's get... Let's get Bioconverter. So this is a tech card. You may destroy a card in your hand or discard pile, and then an ally may draw a card, then discard a card. So in that case, an ally is myself. So we get to do that. We're going to put that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do the turn order, which is us. So we're going to attack, which is going to deal 4 damage. It's going to destroy him. He's out of the game. We can destroy a card from our hand. So I think I'm going to destroy this. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 money. What do we want? Let's get Phase Shield. So deal 2 damage, the home world powers up. I guess I'll keep... Well, I'm going to discard this anyway. Okay. Okay. So, this looks kind of rough, but I think it'll be okay. Alright, so we've got a boss turn. He's going to increase this by 1. We've got a fire support specialist. He's going to be 10 attack now, and then activate, increase the artillery track by 1, and then if Furion's level 3, any player suffers 3 damage. So that's going to be really bad for us when it comes to the home world. Alright, we'll play another card here. Our turn. So we're going to play this and play this. So we've got 2 there. Actually, hold on. Let me wait on this one. Let's play this. We'll destroy a card from our hand or discard pile. And then we can draw a card and then discard a card. So I guess we'll do that. And I do think that after we play a card, does it go to the discard pile? I think, I'm trying to remember if it goes to the discard pile at the end of the turn. Okay, it doesn't go until after the end of our turn, so I can't return it back to our hand. But we do have 3 money. Let's use that 3 money. I'm going to hold on to this one. I'm going to use the 2 money to increase this. And then we're going to end the turn. This will get discarded, and then we'll draw back up. Oh, this is too many cards. Okay. So our turn again. We're going to play this. We're going to do this. It'll deal 5 damage because I'm going to do 3 to him and then 2 for him being a minion. So that's 5 damage. So we're going to play this. I'm going to return a tech card back to my hand. I'm going to play this again. We can destroy a card in our discard pile. And then I'm going to draw a card and discard a card. Then we've got this and this. So that would give us some stuff. And then we have 3 money. I think I'm going to use it to increase my slots again. And then we're going to end the turn. Those will go here. We'll do that. We'll draw up to our 5. I need some more attack cards. Our turn again. We're going to deal the 6 damage total to take out him. He's gone. The home roll to power up once. And then we can destroy a card from our hand. So we're going to destroy that. Those are gone. So I'm going to do my homeworld ability. And we're going to do that. And we can return 2 cards from our discard piles to our hands. So we're going to return those to our hands. I'm going to play them. And then we've got 5 money here. And with the 5 money, actually, let's save this card. We'll get Lightning Cutlass. Deals 3 damage, and we get to power up. And I'm going to hold on to this one for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I think that's a boss turn next. Okay, boss turn. Okay, he's going to increase this by 1, which I think puts him there. We have a Titan Barrage. The player with the most slots suffers 2 damage and discards a card. Increase the artillery track by 1. So it's going to be 4 damage to the homeworld. And then I have to discard a card. We're going to discard that. And then we're going to resolve this. He will decrease that, and we'll do this. The homeworld suffers 2 damage. Any player suffers 1, which is going to be 4 again to the homeworld. So that is not... That's not a good situation. His stuff deals a lot of damage. I don't have anything to heal myself. And I think once you hit 0, you can't heal yourself anyway. Okay. Alright. Boss turn. He's going to activate. We'll play another card. It's going to be Improvised Weaponry. Increase the artillery track by 2. And then any player discards a card in their hand that costs 1 or more money. So I'm going to discard this one. And then we're going to resolve this and do this. The homeworld suffers 2 damage. Any player suffers 1. So this is going to go down to 4. So we're not in a good spot, to say the least. Alright, we'll play another card here. Boss turn. Oh my gosh. Okay, that goes up by 1. Oh, activate. Okay, so we're good for a little bit, but this guy's 9. So he's going to be kind of chunky. Okay. But I have no cards in my hand. Holy kill cow. Okay, so it's our turn. It's our turn for the next 3 turns. So we're going to do this. We are going to deal 2 damage and then 4 damage. I'm going to destroy this card. So that's going to be a total of 6 damage to him. So he's down to 3. The home roll is going to power up by 1. I will play this. And I will end my turn. I'll discard those 2. I'll discard that card. Alright. We're going to do 2 damage to him, to Furion, and then do 3 damage to the min... Ugh. I can do 2 damage to him. Yeah, I'll do the 3 damage to... It's either I use all 5... Yeah, I'll just take him out. He's dead. So he's still at 56. Okay. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to destroy this card. And I'm going to draw a card and discard a card. I'm going to play that. I'm going to equip this card. And then I've got 3 money. And let's use that 3 money to get Nova Cloud. So Nova Cloud gives you 2 money, or you get 1 money for each equipped weapon I control. These are going to get discarded. Yeah, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And now we know it's our turn again. We're going to do 3 damage to him. And then we're going to power up. I need to get some of these bigger weapons. Alright, so we're going to equip these 2. And then we have 3 money for this because our slots are full. So that's 5 total money that if we want to use it. I think what we're going to do is hold on to this and get this psionic needle. This is going to deal 2 damage and we're going to gain a slot or do 3 damage. So in our case, it'll do 3 damage. And then this will get discarded. I'm going to hold on to this one and we'll go up to our 5. Oh, this is stressful. We have no health left in the home world. So pretty much anything that hits us pretty much will end the game. So alright, so boss turn, he will activate and we'll play a card here and it's going to be this. Homeworld suffers 4 damage and that is going to be the game. So unfortunately I didn't get a whole lot off. I had too many money cards. So anyway, these solo Sundays aren't going well. I'm not winning a lot, but that's okay. This game's a lot of fun. I'll probably do more just because I like this game so much. I may try a different character though, and we can go through all the bosses. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.